you're not ready for what's going to happen. Huge news from the XRP Ripple company shocked everyone who is interested in cryptocurrencies, sending out a hugely positive signal. If you have an XRP Ripple coin, that is the most important movie for you. Be sure to keep watching until the end. Don't forget to do it. David Schwartz, the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, says that the XRP system is moving toward tokenizing real-world assets. What does that mean? It's interesting. To be more specific, think of the XRP Ledger as a digital playroom where different kinds of digital things, like money, can play and hang out. Real-world assets are now things that can be touched, like a house or a car. These real things are being tried to show up in this virtual area. In the same way, it's like turning your favorite toy, like a car model, into a cool digital version that you can use in a video game. This process is called tokenization. It looks like a digital copy or image of these real things is being made so they can be used or shared in this digital world. The company behind the XRP system, Ripple, wants to make these real things work in their digital world. In the same way, big companies like JP Morgan and Bank of America are looking into it. They're trying to figure out how to bring real things, like cars and houses, into the digital world, where they can be quickly traded or moved. The same way digital money does. Let's quickly talk about what a tokenization is. A lot of new opportunities could arise if real-world assets were turned into digital tokens. This would also make working with real-world assets simpler and faster. It's kind of like turning real things into digital copies that are easy to control and trade. As was already said, JP Morgan and Bank of America are trying out tokenization in a way that is similar to how you can buy and sell things in an online game. One could say that Bank of America is one of the biggest and most well-known banks in the US, if not the whole world. But what does JP Morgan really mean? What does it mean for people who buy an XRP? Let me explain. The big financial company JP Morgan is like the leader of a very big ship in the world of finance. Think of it as a huge, well-equipped ship sailing through the huge ocean of business. These ships, like the JP Morgan, help people and businesses manage their money. It's like a reliable bank that deals with big amounts of money, gives people advice on how to spend their money wisely, and even lends money to people who need it to build homes or start businesses. Now things begin to become interesting. In the same way that a ship goes to different parts of the world, JP Morgan looks into different parts of the financial world. There are times when we look for new ways to use digital money or make the way we handle money better. Like a ship that wants to find new ways to get around in the seas more quickly. JP Morgan is also interested in cryptocurrencies and is studying them. They want to know how digital currencies like XRP, Ripple, and other cryptocurrencies can be used and how they might fit into the bigger picture of managing money. It's possible that they're not the first ship to go into these new areas. But the fact that they are interested shows that even the biggest names in finance are interested in what digital money can do. Let's get back to the main point of this movie. Schwartz says that the XRP system is moving closer to tokenizing real-world assets. In a recent interview, he talked about how happy he is that people are learning more about the science behind the XRP Ledger instead of just focusing on XRP. The Chief Technology Officer of Ripple says it's a gas coin. XRP Ripple currency can still be bought, stored, and sent by people. But what's important is not the coin itself but the technology behind the XRP system. Schwartz also talked about how unique the XRP Ledger was in the early days of blockchain usage, pointing out that it was the first Layer 1 blockchain that wasn't built using Bitcoin technology. Think of the XRP Ledger as a pioneer, like the first superhero in a comic book story. It stands out because it was one of the first blockchains to start working, years before many others did in 2011 and 2012. Think of blockchains as building tools for different homes at the moment. Most blockchains looked like houses made of a certain kind of material. The XRP record, on the other hand, was different because it was the first to build its house with a material that wasn't used by the others. It's like making a house with something brand new and different from what everyone else is using. That's what makes it unique in the world of blockchains. so it's waiting for technology to get more attention. You're right. David Schwartz says that more and more institutions are starting to use the XRP Ledger technology. And he says that the history of the network is part of the reason for this rise in interest and use. He admitted that the XRP Ledger was made by the original architects, who included him for business banking, apps and payments made across borders. He said that at first, he and the other architects were looking for ways to get more businesses to use tools like Bitcoin. But for this to happen, they had to build bridges and links that worked like roads and paths. This way, Bitcoin could easily work with the needs of these big businesses. The links they were building and other important technologies they were working on were like the keys that let businesses use Bitcoin more easily. Schwartz then said that he was very excited to look into tokenizing assets in the real world. He made it clear that making tokenization of real-world assets work well has become a very important problem. I think the XRP system is the best way to solve this problem. This may be why the XRP Ripple coin has had such a big effect. The Ripple community has to grow with every new idea. So he says, I'm really excited about real-world asset tokenization right now because it's a real problem. Big banks like JP Morgan and Bank of America are also working hard to tokenize standard assets. By 2030, these assets are expected to be worth $30 trillion. Tokenization has been a big deal in the crypto world, and Ripple is one of the most well-known examples. 6 months ago, it was thought that the project would hit $16 trillion by the end of the year. It's now being talked about that it will hit $30 trillion, which is twice the original goal. This big increase gives people who own Ripple more trust and could be very important. In a past conversation, David Schwartz said that he wants the XRP Ledger to be the best place to store tokenized real-world assets. Among other things, he said that the XRPL had all the good qualities for this reason, including low costs. Now, let's wrap up. Why is it so important for people who own XRP? For people who own XRP Ripple coins, the move toward tokenizing real-world assets in the XRP system is important. This method might make XRP more valuable by showing that the XRP Ledger is turning into a place where many important real-world assets can be stored digitally. If the XRP Ledger can turn real-world assets into tokens, more people and companies may want to use it, which will raise the price of XRP. Think of it as being like a well-known market where more expensive things are sold. It makes sense that more people would want to be a part of it. There may be a positive effect on the price of the XRP Ripple coin because more people want it, which could cause its value to rise. This move could open up more possibilities for people who own XRP. If the XRP Ledger wins as the best way to digitally handle real-world assets, XRP may have more uses and choices. In the long run, it might make it more valuable. What do you think about the matter? Do you think XRP Ripple will go up? We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. This video has now come to an end. Thanks for seeing it. Please click the like button if you liked the information and thought it was helpful. Feel free to leave a message with your thoughts or questions, and don't forget to subscribe.